Boom. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Friday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Sorry I've been a little bit non-existent this week. I've been busy at work, so this is my first day off pretty much all week, so I'm able to do a review for you guys. And I specifically wanted to review this beer just because starting on Monday, I'm going to be brewing a kettle sour as well, so I wanted to review one today just to kind of just talk about this one. Plus, I was pretty excited to drink this one as well. So we got one from Waypost Brewing Company. They're in Michigan. I went up there probably, I would say beginning mid-April to go up to Michigan with some family, stay up there for the weekend, and we visited a couple of breweries, and Waypost was one of them, and they do some really cool stuff over there. And today we got their Blackberry Sour Ale. It's a kettle sour coming at a 5.5% ABV, and it's a straight blackberry sour, which I'm a huge fan of blackberries, so being able to try this one when I picked it up there, I think it's going to be pretty damn good. Plus, they do a really cool thing with this one. So a lot of times, breweries source their ingredients from other places and all that stuff when it comes to possibly getting puree and all that kind of thing. But the cool thing about this sour specifically is all the blackberries that they used to condition this beer and put into this beer itself was actually grown on the premises. So if you go to the brewery, you kind of go down this long, like almost field-like road, a lot of potholes. It was kind of annoying, but on both sides of you there were, like, I wouldn't say like dead bushes because it was cold and the blackberries really weren't on the vine right now or in the bush, but that they grow the blackberries on site. So all the blackberries that they use in this beer is grown by them specifically. So I think that is really, really cool that they're kind of sourcing their own ingredients from themselves practically, even though when it comes to the hops they use and all the grain most likely came from a distributor, all that stuff. I just think it was really cool that every little bit of blackberry they used to put into the sour was grown by them and put in the beer themselves. So I think it's really, really cool. So yeah, when it comes to a kettle sour, I'm thinking there's not really going to be a huge amount of puree when it comes to this one, just because they're a little bit more, they have a nice tartness to them. There's definitely a little bit more of a lighter, almost crisp kind of situations going with it. But of course, whenever you're drinking a sour, I always recommend doing like the steps that I always talk about when it comes to taking it out of the fridge. Of course, when you purchase any kind of sour ale, you want to make sure that you throw it in the fridge right after you purchase it, or if it just don't leave it out, don't let it get room temp, because with the puree they use in there, sometimes it lets the puree and all that stuff starts to ferment a little bit more, and that's what causes CO2 buildup inside of the can. That's when you'll notice, like, once in a while, if you leave a can out and you really can't press into it, that means there's CO2 buildup. And when it's a sour, there's a good chance that when you open that can, it's going to explode on you. That's what happens sometimes. It's happened to me maybe once or twice. But I'm not really expecting a huge amount of puree in this one, but of course, when you put it in the fridge, make sure you keep it there right when you purchase it. And then when you take it out of the fridge, because you never know if there's going to be a large amount of puree in this, just give it a couple rolls on the countertop, back and forth a few times, start getting all the stuff in there suspended and all that, so you're not sitting with all the stuff sitting on the bottom. And then what I like to do personally is when I'm taking it to where I want to drink it, I'm holding it upside down, just because all the stuff that was sitting at the bottom is now going to start circulating all the way around through the beer itself. So yeah, I'm expecting a really, really nice tart blackberry flavors. Of course, when there's blackberry in a sour, that's definitely has a nice kind of berry tartness to it. Of course, blackberries do have their kind of sweetness. Depends on how ripe they were when they added to it. But of course, during the brewing process of a sour ale, when they brew it, they also have to let it sit for like 24 hours because they have to add the stuff in there to make the beer sour. So it's a couple different steps that they have to do when it comes to brewing the beer itself than your average everyday, like your lagers or your IPAs, to where you're brewing it and then the same day you're transferring it over to the fermenter and then you're pitching the yeast and all that kind of stuff. With sours, you usually have to let it sit for at least a day so it can get sour. So I'm expecting that's exactly what they did with this one. So I'm excited to give this guy a try. Plus, Waypost is a really, really nice crew over there. It was a really, really nice kind of almost farm-like location, which I think was really, really cool. So let's crack this thing open and see what we get on the nose with this guy. And of course, today I'm gonna be drinking it out of my Whiskey Hill Brewing Company little stem glass right here. Let's see what we get on the nose. Yep, definitely getting the same notes that I would expect out of a kettle sour. Nice blackberry coming through. I'm not expecting anything else when it comes to flavors that I would get. Of course, they may add some different things to help enhance the blackberry flavors, or maybe just get an overall nice, just berry pungent taste to it. So there may be other berries that they add to it, but they just don't promote on the can itself. So let's pour this guy and see what this thing's all about. Yeah, it's like almost a nice kind of reddish kind of color almost. I'm surprised it's not as dark of like a purplish as it is, but you can definitely tell this is a kettle sour for sure, just because this isn't going to be having huge amounts of puree in it. But yes, getting a nice tartness on the nose. I'm expecting that this one's going to be fairly tart. Yeah, it smells absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's give this guy a try and see what it's all about. So, cheers everybody. Happy Friday. Oh yeah, it's delicious. It's a fantastic blackberry kettle sour. Right up front, you get the nice tartness that's like intermingling with like a sweetness, of course, and then right at the end, since a lot of kettle sours have like the same base recipe as like a Kolsch would, you get some of those reminiscent flavors you would get out of drinking a Kolsch. A little bit of like barley, a little bit of just more of like, I don't want to say a little bit of like a hay flavor, but sometimes you get a little bit of like the grain flavor coming through. It's definitely, I don't want to say it's a maltiness, but it's definitely, I don't want to say it's like a hay flavor at all either. But overall, yeah, this is really nice. Very refreshing. Definitely has a nice crisp kind of situation going with it. Of course, has a nice bubbly effervescence to it when it comes to the mouthfeel. But yeah, this is an absolutely delicious kettle sour. A lot of times with kettle sours, they don't really have to the point to where they're punching you in the face with like sweet fruit flavors. It's not how they're meant to be. They're meant to have like a little bit more of like a fermented almost fruit flavor to it, even though sometimes when it comes to like barrel aging sours and all that kind of stuff, or these are the kinds of sours that they usually barrel age just to kind of up the tartness, and when you can really enhance the tartness when it comes to a kettle sour itself. But overall, yeah, flavors are delicious with this one. Absolutely delicious. They're not overpowering. It's very crisp. It's very refreshing. It's just overall perfect for a day like today because it's nice out. The sun's shining and everything. So overall, yeah, this beer is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm a big fan. Reason why I picked this one up, I think. I'm trying to remember if I drank some of this when I was up in Michigan. I think I had like one or two, but I had to make sure to bring one back to review. But it's been like a month or so having a nice refresher and kind of getting through the flavors on my palate a little bit. Yeah, I was already expecting this to be pretty damn good. So, and that's exactly what it is. So, let's look here on Untappd. And of course, if you can't get your hands on this one from Waypost Brewing Company, Untappd likes to show some similar beers to where you might have similar experiences. So if you're able to get your hands on any of these other ones, who knows, you might be able to have a similar drinking experience. So, let's see here. So we have a couple similar beers from here. We got one from Three Blondes Brewing, which is another brewery that I visited when I was up there. This is one called just Dill With It. So I'm guessing this is like a dill pickle sour wheat beer, which I'm not really compare this, even though maybe the tartness you can compare it to, but I'm not going to really put this in the same category as a kettle sour like this. We got one here from Tan Trick Brewing Company called the Beach Bum, which is a kettle sour with lime agave. So it's a lime agave goes kettle sour kind of situation, which actually sounds pretty delicious. Then we got one here called Sunday Juice Box from Murray Street Brewing Company. It's a fruited sour with orange, tangerine, blood orange, and vanilla. Yeah, I'm not going to really consider this part of that realm. And, of course, surprisingly, we have one here from Drecker Brewing Company called There Will Be Pert, which is one of their smoothie sours. It's like a strawberry milkshake, vanilla ice cream situation, but you're definitely not going to have the similar experience when it comes to drinking this one from Drecker than drinking this one. Of course, there are a lot of breweries that come out with kettle sours. I get similar flavors to the kettle sour that we brew, which is our Sinberry sour. So I'm expecting some similar flavors of that. So I can recommend the one that I make over at the brewery, the Sinberry, to be similar. Of course, it's not going to be straight blackberry, but you're going to get some berry notes. You're going to get some a little bit of like tropical fruit flavors, a little bit of passion fruit. Like I think it's pink passion fruit we added for the puree. But overall, I wouldn't really put any of these beers showing up on here as a similar one. Of course, there are a bunch of breweries out there that make some really good kettle sours. I'm just trying to think of some of them right off the bat. See, that's tough. So if you're looking for anything, my biggest recommendation, if you're looking for something that's similar to this, if you want to try out a kettle sour, of course, a lot of the times they'll let you know on the can that it's a sour ale, but they'll most likely show you there that you'll be able to tell if there's not a lot of fruit puree in there, because most breweries will leave like a warning on the can where it says roll over time or something like that, or gently roll before opening. So let's see here. So yeah, I'm not going to pick any of these similar beers, to be honest. But luckily, I'm looking right here. There's actually a place in Grand Rapids, Michigan called the Fowling Warehouse Grand Rapids, which looks like this is a verified location for this beer, or possibly a place where you can pick it up. So if you're anywhere near Grand Rapids and know where the Fowling Warehouse is, you may be able to get your hands on this one still. I'm not sure. But let's look back here on Untappd and let's read the description of this guy, and then we'll look into all the ratings and all that stuff. So right here it says, we tried to capture all the delicate, tart, and earthy notes of a ripe blackberry in this spritzy little treat. The lactic tones of a base beer enhance the floral fruit character conditioned on blackberries from right there on the farm. So like, yeah, I explained in the beginning, they grow the blackberries themselves on their own farms, which I think is really, really cool. So yeah, getting a little bit, I wouldn't say I'm getting really earthiness from the blackberries, but I'm getting like a nice tart berry flavor. Of course, getting those like tart flavors, of course, going to get the lactic tones going through. So yeah, really, really nice description on this one. Kind of tells you everything you need to know. But looking here, like I said before, it's a 5.5% ABV. So yeah, I would consider this beer sessionable. You could definitely have 2 or 3 of these and be perfectly fine on a nice warm day. It says 24 IBUs on this, so slightly hopped. Not really too bad, but I'm guessing that just helps add a little bit of bitterness, maybe some earthy notes in there. And with this one only has 41 ratings on Untappd. So with only 41 ratings, this one has an average rating of 3.58 out of 5, which is not bad. I know it's pretty low on the rating scale, but just because this is more of a very, very small brewery that definitely doesn't really have crazy distribution like you would see stuff from like Goose Island or Firestone Walker and all that kind of stuff. So they're definitely not to that point to where you're going to see thousands and thousands of people checking in their beers. This is definitely more of a local microbrewery kind of situation. So having that 3.58 rating, yeah, it's not bad for only having 41 check-ins. But let's see if there's anybody in my friends list check this one in. That doesn't look like it. I know I gave some of it to my family when I was up there. People had to try it, but I don't know if they checked it in. But let's look here and see what the global ratings have to say about this guy. So this person gave it a 3.25, another 3.25, just saying good. Let's see, we got a 3.5 here. We got a 4.25. Let's see, we got a 2.75. We got a 3. Oh, we got a 4.25. Purchased at Waypost Brewing Company, which is how we got mine. Oh, let's see, we got another 4. 3.75. 3.75. We got a 3. We got a 3.5. Purchased at, what was that, Siciliano's Market. It looks like it's a gourmet kind of shop. Kind of reminds me of something like Premier Gourmet. But this is in Grand Rapids, so you might be able to find this stuff over there. Let's do 3 more. We got a 3.75 here, then we got a 3.5, and then we got a 3. So overall, ratings aren't bad. Yeah, definitely seeing a lot of that 3.5, 3.75 kind of average on this one, but that's okay. Yeah, I still think this beer is absolutely delicious, and definitely is something I look for when it comes to a nice kettle sour. That's for sure. So with all that being said, let's start trying to figure out what we're going to be doing for ratings over here on our own with this guy. And of course, I wasn't able to pour the rest of it into the glass, but first thing we like to look at is can art, which I like this can art. It's definitely the colors I wouldn't accustom to a blackberry sour, even though there's some colors that I would kind of put in theme of the berry that they're talking about in this beer. But having the browns in there, it almost reminds me of a peanut butter and jelly. I don't know why, but it's a very, very clean and classy kind of marketing they used on this one with the lines, a lot of colors. I like that they kind of took up a decent amount of the real estate when it comes to how they're able to market this beer. Of course, you got the Blackberry Sour, you got the Waypost Brewing Company right there, and then a little bit of designs on the side. Of course, there's a little bit of gaps where you could have added some stuff, but I think for taking up space, yep, don't mind me. That's just an alarm for my laundry. Okay, let's ignore that. Laundry's pretty much done. But let's see here. Overall, yeah, can art's not bad. It's definitely, I wouldn't really consider this something to be crazy appealing for me when it comes to seeing this at a liquor store or bottle shop. So, but I still do enjoy it, and when I was there, I still wanted just to pick up a beer from them and just support them. And when I was up there, I wanted a nice sour to drink. So I picked this one, plus another bottle that will be eventually, come on, camera. Come on, you son of a bitch. There you go. Okay. I picked up a Belgian style ale which should be, I got sneeze. Okay. So, like I was saying, I picked up one more beer to review from these guys, which is downstairs. So that I will be eventually reviewing for them. It's a Belgian style ale, so I'm excited to give that one a try. But overall, yeah, can art's not bad. I would say for rating, for marketing, and how the label is, I'd give it like a 2.5, to be honest. Nothing too crazy. I just picked it up just because I was in the mood for a sour, and it definitely delivered on something that is very, very nice and enjoyable. So let's say, because when I went to Waypost, I didn't get a flight. We just had like a beer or so. I know I had an IPA there from them themselves. But then, so if I went back there and got this in a flight, would I get another one? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is a very, very nice kettle sour. I'm a big fan of kettle sours too. It's a nice change of pace to those thick and heavy fruited sours that I really, really enjoy. So overall, Waypost did a really, really nice job with this one, in my opinion. So if you're possibly able to get your hands on this, if you're in the Michigan area, I don't really think they distribute out of state yet. But if you're able to get your hands on this one from Waypost, yeah, give it a shot. I think if you're a fan of some nice tart berry flavors, I think you'll really, really enjoy this one. If you're a fan of Blackberry, you'll most likely enjoy this one for sure. But who knows? Depending on your sour, like how you tolerate tartness. For me, on my scale with this one, I definitely give this maybe like a 3.75 for tartness. It's nothing too crazy, but you definitely know there's a nice tart berry flavor coming through on it. So overall, yeah, I think this beer is absolutely delicious. So with my final rating on this one, I'm going to give this a solid 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. I would definitely recommend it if you're a fan of some nice light kettle sours. If you're looking for a kettle sour that you can drink on a nice warm day, this would definitely be one I would recommend for you. So big shout outs to Waypost for coming out with this one. I think they did a really, really nice job. I would definitely like to see some other stuff that they do. Maybe if they have any other berries they decide to grow on the farm, maybe they'll make another kind of sour. Who knows? I'll just have to kind of keep an eye out. And maybe if I'm up in the area next time, I'll see what other stuff I can get my hands on from them. But other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. So before we get out of here and before we start saying the goodbyes and all the stuff where you can find me on social medias, I'm going to do a quick thing here because you guys know by now that I do have a Patreon, and I know we have a couple Patreons in here right now that, of course, I do monthly 4-pack giveaways. So since it's not May anymore, it's the beginning of June, and right when the beginning of June hits, I like to do the drawing for last month's winner. So if you don't know about my Patreon's giveaways, I have 3 tiers available, and the higher tier you join, the more chances you get to win. So it's like if you join the $5 tier, you get 1 entry into that month's raffle. You join the $10 tier, you get 2 entries, and then if you join the $20 tier, you gain 3 entries into the raffle. So we got a couple, at least 1 raffle to do right now. Yeah, it's only 1. Don't have any at that point yet, so I got everybody in here on random.org. So I'm going to press the randomize. I'm going to do the randomize twice, and then on the third randomize, I'm going to pick the person at the very top, and they're going to be the winner of this month. Of course, it's absolutely random. It's random.org. So let's do the drawing here and see who's the winner. So I got everybody on the list here, and let's do the first one. Bam. Okay, we did the first one. Here's the second one, and here's the one for the winner. So let's see who's going to be this winner. And what? God damn it, Kevin. Son of a bitch. Oh. Since you won again, Kevin, let's see. Do you want to take this 4-pack, or would you want somebody else to have the opportunity? Because if you're willing to trade it off, I'm willing to do one more roll. It's up to you. You won last month's, so you won the previous month from that. So if you would like some more beer for me, go ahead and say yes. But if you are willing to let this one go to another patron, I'll do one more drawing. It'll be completely up to you. 2 in a row, Kevin. 2 in a row. Jesus, you're getting lucky on this one. So what would you say? I don't know. Let's see. But while we give Kevin the opportunity to answer, who knows? I might just do it anyway, just because he won the previous one, and who knows? Let's see how generous I'm feeling. But of course, if you're looking to find me on all my social media platforms, I got a bunch of options for you. You can find me on Instagram, where you see all the stuff I'm be reviewing the day of, or things like that. So you'll see what I'm be reviewing the day of the review. Plus, you'll see some shenanigans I do over the brewery. I like to do just kind of showing a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff I do at the brewery. So if you want to give me a follow on that, link to my Instagram is down in the description below. Of course, you can shoot me a friend request on Untapped as well. You guys hear me talk about Untapped plenty of times already. I like to call it Facebook for beer drinkers. It's my favorite social media platform for craft beer. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's just a really, really fun time out there. You can check in beers, get badges, all that kind of stuff, and see what's popular global, see what's popular around you. It's a really, really nice and really well-rounded platform. So if you're not on Untapped yet, please do so. And if you're not a friend, you haven't shot me a friend request yet, link to my profile is down in the description. Shoot me a friend request. I would love to see what other people are drinking as well. Who knows, I might find something that I would like to pick up. But other than that, let's see. Wait for Kevin to answer. It's a pure G. So, let's see. Do you want to forfeit your winnings since you won last month, or would you be okay with receiving another 4-pack from me since you were the winner again? I'm not, like I said, everybody, this isn't like staged or anything. This is definitely all random. I'm using random.org and pressing it 3 times, so it's the randomizer doing it. So fuck it, Kevin's the winner again. That's what I guess the kind of benefits of getting in early. You may have the opportunity to win more than once. So yeah, Kevin K is the winner yet again for May's 4-pack giveaway. So Kevin, you know the thing by now. I already have all your info. So God damn it, I already exit. Fine, we're passing it off. Hold on. Let me. God damn it, Kevin. Fine, we're passing it off. We're passing it off. Okay, let me just go through and we're gonna redo this. Frickin' Kevin, what a gentleman. What a gentleman. Who knows, I might still send him over something just because he's being a good human being and doing stuff like that. But let's get this reopen, close tab. Oh, God damn it. Yep, I gotta resubmit. Okay, right here. So we're gonna do one last randomizer here and see who's gonna be the winner of this one, since Kevin was able to pass it on. So let's do it. Who's gonna be the winner? What? Okay, no, you won this one again. God damn it. So let's do another one. Okay, another Kevin won at the top. God damn it. Lee, Miss Not the Real Gerard Butler, is the winner of May's 4-pack giveaway. It took like 3 times to make sure Kevin didn't get the win on this one, but we were able to get another winner going on this one. So congratulations, Lee, for winning all the May 4-pack giveaway. I will reach out to you within the next couple hours, get your info so I can ship this over to you. I'll probably get out to you within the next few days. So just Lee, you know how to get a hold of me. So if you're going to watch this in the replay, yeah, just get a hold of me. We'll get it figured out. But other than that, yeah, talk about Patreon. I do have a Patreon available as well, to where I do monthly 4-pack giveaways of Illinois exclusive craft beer. So you're possibly able to get your hands on some stuff from me if you join my Patreon. Of course, it's a fun time. I'm planning on some new things when it comes to possibly having merch, glassware, coasters, koozies, and of course I'm thinking about doing a custom like craft beer Discord for my patrons as well, where we can talk about craft beer, do some trading of some beers and all that stuff. It's just, I have a bunch of ideas brewing in my head. So if you want to get take part in all that. Plus, if you want to help me out by giving me a little bit of coins so I can help get more content out to you guys, and then possibly give you guys the opportunity to win some stuff as well, join my Patreon. The link to that is down in the description below as well. But other than that, that is what I have for you guys today. So again, thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Congratulations again, Lee, for winning May's 4-pack giveaway. And I'll end this like I always do before we get the hell out of here. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I'll see you all next time. Cheers.